Hey guys, so we are back out at Debbie and Ricky's place. When we were here last time, we spotted this 1952 Ford tow truck, and it's pretty cool. So, but the engine was stuck on it, so put some mystery oil in there, and it's been sitting for 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And so we're out here again. Ricky said that when he parked it, it ran. And then he also told us something about the story about a milk truck and the tow truck. And it's an odd story, so I'm going to let Ricky fill you in on that later. But Richard, how you feeling?
Good. We're going to get started on this thing. It's a little cold and windy today, but that's all right. We'll jump right into it.
Yeah. So come on along. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Here it is. 52 Ford. I think this is an F5, possibly an F6. It's been here a long time. Look at that wheel. It's got the gumball machine up top, the cab lights. It's got the lights pointed backwards there for, the guy who's doing the towing. Has something on the door. I'm not sure what that said at one time.
Yeah, I think you can see it better on the other door.
Yeah, but it's pretty solid, right? For something this old that was used as a tow truck, it's pretty solid. Oh, here's another sign on it. Auto and Body Shop with a phone number. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let me clear a path. You can come back here and check out the back of it. Apologize for the wind. It's quite cold and windy here. It does have a plate on it, but look at how weathered that plate is. There's not even paint on it anymore. The boom looks to be in decent shape. Wow, it's really bad here, so let me clear a path. There's an axle jammed in there for whatever reason. More lights. Those are so neat. No one bothered bolting them on, they just welded them on. And of course, this boom, it's all homemade out of pipe. No gas cap. Interior is rough. That looks like some kind of starter on the floor there. Right there. Behind the fan. Down. Right there. Hopefully that's not to this truck. Hey, it's got a glove box. Let's see if there's anything in the glove box. Nope. Nothing. But it's pretty neat. Huh.
Well, that doesn't shut like a normal Ford door.
No, well, this one's much older. I'm going to use my penetrating oil on that.
Okay, you ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready to get going. This is going to be fun. All right, this thing we found doesn't have hood hinges, so I'm just going to take the hood right off. Put it over here next to this green truck. Let's take a look at the engine. Well, it's been sitting a long time. Here's the dipstick. Well, I mean, it drips. It drips. I think that's probably the mystery oil that's making it drip. It's got oil in it, but if we get this thing fired, that's going to have to get changed. It's been converted to 12 volts, so no one needs to yell at me that I'm putting a 12 volt battery in it. But nothing's connected, so it doesn't really matter. This is the battery box. Oh, good. This is all still here. It's not in the greatest shape, but it's all still here. So I can jump that to start it. Fuel pump is here, but it's all disconnected. Starter is, you know, the Ford starters have a band that goes around the back of them. I don't know if you can see that down. Yeah, you can. And the band is missing. So that means moisture and everything else have gotten into that starter. I have no idea if that starter is going to work. We'll find out. But first I'm going to start working on the engine. All right, so I've been working, trying to get this unseized, stuck really tight. As you can imagine, took the fan off so I can get better access. But I mean, you can imagine there's no air cleaner on this thing. So I got the fan off and I was working this, and watch, look at the crank here. I mean, this was really, really stuck. Look at that. It's unstuck. Now, I can't move it much, but it's very well unstuck because it's in gear. It's locked into gear. So I'm gonna have to either pull the drive shaft or figure a way to get it neutral, but it's unstuck.
Good, just in time.
Yeah, just in time for the storm that's about to blow through.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this stuff, this Cree oil, in the cylinders. We had mystery oil in there, but I'm going to try this stuff because the mystery oil has dripped through, which is good, but this is a little bit different to try. So I'm going to put a generous amount in each one, let it sit. But it's still hanging up. I thought maybe it was stuck in gear, but it doesn't appear to be. The transmission's messed up, but it appears to be in neutral. So this stuff is, I've found it to be super slippery and a pretty good penetrant. And apologize for the wind noise. It's not the best conditions right now. Been doing what I'm doing. But Christina and I drove 6 hours out here. We're not about to let some bad weather stop us.
My goodness, you lost your mind.
Okay, so Christina's going to help me. I don't think the valves are stuck. I still think it's the clutch and the transmission. So what she's going to do, she's going to pull on the breaker bar to move the crank, and I'm going to get underneath and see if the drive shaft is attempting to move or if there's noise in the transmission, because the clutch is messed up, the linkage is disconnected, and something's going on here. All right, go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah. Yep, that's it. Awesome. The transmission is in gear. It's not in neutral. I'll show you why I thought it was in neutral. Is because wow, this windshield is super clear.
Yeah.
Wow. It does go side to side, but that's all it does. So it's jammed. A couple of things we can do. We can try to get that free, which is my preferred method. We can try to prop the clutch linkage open. It's not connected to the floor, or we can disconnect the drive shaft. It's probably going to be option 3, but we'll see. So here's what I'm doing. The drive shaft, the transmission comes out and connects to the drive shaft here. So there's 4 bolts that connect it, only 3 of which had nuts on them. So I took those off, but there's not enough clearance to pull the drive shaft back in order to disconnect it. So I have to disconnect what's called the center bearing, which is here, and it connects the front drive shaft and the rear drive shaft together. And there's 2 bolts, one there and one there. The problem is at the top of the bolt up in here, there's a head you have to try to get a wrench on, and it's tricky, but I've got it. So I'm almost there. My hope is that when this center bearing comes down, I can pull the drive shaft out of the transmission flange, and then we won't have to worry about this thing being stuck in gear anymore.
All right, so Ricky, tell me the story about this truck.
Okay, I taught school back from 1979 to 1987 at Delville School. When I was teaching at Delville School, this truck was the wrecker to a body shop near the school there.
Okay.
And I inquired about the truck then, but of course it was not for sale. They were still using it then. But anyway, as I taught school there, I kept up with it, and they did stop using it, but still wouldn't sell it. And then over the years, I would occasionally keep a check on it, and I finally got up with the guy that owned it, and he said he would sell it. So I bought it, and my son and I went over there and excuse me, and loaded the truck and brought it home. And then naturally he liked it because it was a wrecker truck and all. So over time we wanted to fix it, but it did not have an engine in it. But we had also acquired at about the same time a 48 Ford milk truck, and it had a good running flathead 6-cylinder in it. Actually, the engine that's in this tow truck now. And we drove the milk truck around a while, but we wanted to street ride the milk truck. And, so we acquired a 351 Windsor V8 engine, and we put it in the milk truck and pulled the 6-cylinder out of the milk truck and put it in this tow truck.
And then why does it say $50 on the hood?
Okay, the reason for that is because this is not the hood that was on this truck.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yes, this is a 51 model truck, and a guy came up sometime back and needed a hood for a 51, which is slightly different than this hood, off of a 48 through 50 Ford
Yeah,
truck.
I see that right there. It says 48 to 50.
So I sold him the hood off of this truck, but in the interim I had acquired this hood from the Moultrie swap meet. When I got there, my son actually found this hood for $50. And we didn't buy it. We just kept waiting around. And then the last day of the show, the guy still had not sold the hood for $50. And so we were still checking up on it. And he said, well, I don't want to load it. Will you give me $10 for it? So we said, yeah. So we actually bought the hood for $10 and just stuck it on this truck when I sold the hood that was on the truck.
Okay. Well, thank you for clearing up that mystery.
Yes.
Of the $50.
Yes. And by the way, I don't mind saying I gave $400 for this truck.
Oh, did you?
Back years ago.
20 years ago. All right, Richard, how you doing under there? I don't think Richard can hear us. We'll check on him in a minute.
He is serious.
All right, we got this thing free. It was both stuck in gear and the PTO was engaged.
Can't really see. Oh, maybe.
Come over this side, you
Yeah.
can see it. So
Oh, much better. Thank you.
hopefully all the valves are working. That one is, I can see. Yep, this one
I
is.
hear something.
Yep. Yep, these valves are working.
All right.
All right, next step is we got one more broken plug to pull.
Okay.
So now that the engine's unstuck, I got another problem. That's the spark plug. These didn't shear off because they were tight. They sheared off because they were rusted right through. right through. I mean, one tiny turn of the wrench and they snapped off. So what do? That's what you got to deal with here, this tiny hole. So what I'm trying is, I've got this thread extractor set. Now I got this in an estate sale a while back for like 10 bucks. And I didn't realize till I got it home, it's actually a snap-on. So what you do is you take the drill bit, you drill a hole out, and then you put this extractor into the hole, and it's got ridges in it that grab and turn. I don't have a drill out here. I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere, so I don't have a drill. So what I'm doing is, it's close enough in size, this hole with the extractor, that I'm just tapping it in, seeing if it gets some grip. And then you slide this nut thing here over it and turn. So I'm going to give that a try.
Okay, y'all, Richard is trying to get the last spark plug out. We had 2 that run off. He's working on the last one now.
We heated it up a little bit. Oh, I don't want to break this. It's moving. Oh man, see, it's moving. We got it.
Wonderful.
Wow. I was just about to say it's not going to happen. Look at that. That is what the bottom of a spark plug looks like. Huh. I wonder how that electrode got bent over like that. You know, probably from all this messing around, I guess.
Yeah, probably so.
Whew. All right, great.
Okay, so they need a new carburetor for the truck, the tow truck, and I think they found one on this donor car over here. So I'm gonna try to work my way through here and see what they found. How'd you do, babe?
Good.
What'd you guys find?
This is perfect. Perfect.
I'll say it looks a lot better.
Yes, it is a lot better.
And you're taking it off, what is this? It's a Ford what?
It's about a 48 through 50 Ford truck.
Okay.
And the one we're working on is a 51.
Oh, that worked out well.
Okay, I'm gonna get it on the other side.
So so Richard found this cup down underneath the engine of this truck, and can you see all the different things that you could buy at this store? Right there. Now that's a good store. We need those everywhere, don't we, hon?
Yeah. It's nice now. We got the carb off.
So what's your point?
Well, it's better than the one that's on the tow truck now. So I think we're...
Wow. I think it's manufacturing dirt.
Look at that, spring action. This is ready to go.
All right.
No, it's not quite ready yet. There's more.
I've never seen nothing like that. Dirt divers.
It's got to be, right?
Dirt divers.
I would think.
Okay, well, we'll get that cleaned up, and I guess we're gonna head back over.
Yep. All right, got it mostly cleaned up. So we're gonna give it a try. But first, we're gonna see if this thing spins over with the battery. So the solenoid obviously doesn't look functional. So I'm just gonna jump right, just because we're trying to turn it over only, I'm gonna go right from the starter to the battery with this, assuming it's long enough. We're going to see if the starter will spin the engine over, and if it does, we'll blow the mystery oil out of the cylinders. This is a big moment. We have no idea what condition this starter is in. Uh-oh. Come on. Nothing? Nothing.
You want a hammer?
I think I'll clean the ground next. Okay.
All right, so Richard, what are you doing?
We got the hammer. The starter's just dead. It's not even saying hello, so I'm gonna have to wake it up. No go. Nothing. And we're going direct right to the starter from the battery. I'm attempting to pull the starter out. I don't have a lot of experience with these engines, so I'm not positive how the starter comes out. This thing is super low to the ground, so it's not easy for me to even see under here, much less remove a starter. It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic. So we've got this old truck that we're calling the Yard Art truck. It's got the same engine. We're going to see if the starter works in it. So I'm just jumping right to the starter from the positive battery terminal. It works. It works. Awesome. So we're going to pull the starter out of this old girl and see how we do. This is the starter from the other truck. It seems to be completely fine. Completely fine. So now the trick is getting it in here.
Okay, now just put a little more pressure on you.
Yeah.
You only have about an hour and a half of daylight left.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In an hour and a half of daylight.
So, babe, how's it going?
It's going good. The starter's in. Just got to hook the battery cable up.
Are you serious? Are you stuck?
Yeah, my sweatshirt's getting caught on the rust.
Now would be the time to subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah. Starter is in.
All right, good.
All right.
I saw the oil shoot out. Do you want to do that
Let's take
again?
these plugs out.
Yeah, let's take them out so you can get the extra oil out.
Woo.
You know what that is, bolt?
What other bolt?
On the starter?
Ground.
The ground? Now you tell us. There's always a know-it-all.
It's got to be what it is.
Yeah. All right, one more time.
Yeah,
Let's
one
get
more
this
time.
oil out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of rust coming out of there too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. Okay. Now, yeah, you can see that rust. Look at that.
Yeah.
Whoa, I've never seen that before.
Yep. Yep. All right. Let's get a rag, clean this up, drop those plugs in, put a little gas in the carburetor.
So the new spark plugs are going in?
Yep, they're going in. Struggling a little bit with the points. But and we got to clean up the cap a little bit and set the firing order. Carb's mounted. See if it'll fire. We are going to try to see if this will fire. We're not going to try to start it. It's getting too late at night. I mean, it's really getting dark and it's cold. But it'd be nice if it'll fire. So, let's see.
We don't have that wire hooked up, do we? The
No.
hot side wire.
That's a good reason it
Yeah.
won't start. You've been watching my videos.
He always forgets one thing. Oh, bless his heart.
I'm gonna get a little start fluid because it's so cold out.
That's right.
True. Yeah. I heard it backfire. Did you hear it in the
It's
back?
fired.
Yeah, did you hear
It's
it back?
fired. I think we might have this firing order
Oh, look at
wrong.
the smoke back there.
My,
Look at that, man. It's
Yeah.
firing.
that's good. That's a marvelous mystery oil coming out back there.
That's right.
Okay. 1, 5, 3,
3.
Three,
Yeah.
6, 2,
6.
4.
2. One that keeps popping out is
4.
4.
And it is. If it just stays tight in there.
Let's try it.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that firing order was all lost.
Well, maybe all for tonight. What do you think?
I think we better knock it off tonight.
Yeah.
It's getting dark. It's
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
All right. So,
We'll see you tomorrow.
yeah, we know it fires. It's getting too dark. We don't want to make mistakes. So we're going to put the hood back on and pick it up tomorrow.
Sounds good. Good morning, YouTube. So we are headed back out. It's day 2, and the weather is so much better.
Yeah.
Now that is like a huge plus. But we're headed back out to finish up the tow truck, and I just wanted to share with everyone why this tow truck is so important to Ricky, and it's because his 8-year-old grandson, for years now, has thought that this truck was identical to the tow truck that's on the cartoon cars. And so we know it's not the same, model and truck, but to a small child, no, it's the same thing. And so his grandson is now 8 and he wants to get it started. So, pique that interest in his grandson so they can start working on it together. So that's why this was an important project to Ricky, and so it's important to us, right?
Yeah.
So now, Richard, what are you going to do this morning?
Well, we got to get the plug wires straight. They're short. The mice ate most of them, and we were trying to rig it up last night because it was getting late. Those got to go. Distributor cap, one of the plug wires is broken off inside, so I have to get that out. I'm going to put the starter solenoid in so that we can start it right with the ignition and the trigger, and take the plugs out, clean them off because they're probably covered in oil. And I'm going to make a base gasket for the carburetor. I'm worried that old gasket, we don't have one, and I'm worried the gasket is just leaking like crazy. I think that's it. I think it should run after that. We're certainly hopeful. We want it to run. Everybody wants it to run, so we'll see.
There you go. So that's what's going on for day 2.
Okay, Christina's taking the
Oh my
plugs
goodness.
out. We're going to just clean them up. They might be a little bit fouled with oil or stuff from last night, but we're just going to make sure. It cleaned up beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look in there. Great. Great. Got our fuel line off the donor truck. We are getting close. Very close. Excitement is building. Boy, it's smoking a lot more. But it appears to be popping through the carb too. We're going to try a jump start. We're just not getting a quick enough spin out of the engine because the transmission is in gear, so we're spinning the transmission. And this is jammed up solid. I'm going to try taking the top off the transmission so we can free it up. Getting the last bolt out.
Well, I'll definitely say you're not giving up on this one. You are determined.
Yeah, we are giving it the college try for sure. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, there's water in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy. No wonder it wouldn't get out of gear.
Huh.
Wow. Yeah, there's water in there. And here's the... Okay, so we just have to figure out where's neutral here and just push the gears in where neutral is.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to move this gear. I'm trying to move this gear back.
Okay.
And it's moved a little.
Now, Richard, did you say when you start the starter, does it move a little bit?
Yeah, the transmission is in gear.
Let her film that, Richard.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you? I'd like to show the
Watch out, I'm
viewers.
gonna bump the starter.
Okay. Okay, great. Yeah.
Well, we've got this now.
Hold on, show everybody what you have.
Oh, yeah.
I told Richard, hold on, let me get all the way out. I love that. I think I'm gonna buy me one.
Make sure it's made in USA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Richard, you made it back under the car again today.
Yeah, I'm looking for the chain wrench. I'm gonna try to spin. It looks like the clutch is, the bell crank is right here. If I could spin the bell crank, technically I could get the clutch to disengage. Okay, so we've been into the transmission, but we just can't get the gears to where they need to be to get it into neutral. We can't get the clutch unstuck, so we're just gonna have to live with turning the transmission. We put some oil on it, and now the case is off so that the shift forks aren't causing any friction, so we're gonna see what happens.
I can see the wheels turning in your head.
It just feels like the firing order is off.
Still?
Well, when it fires, right, we're getting lots of smoke, so it's firing, but the engine RPM is not changing when that happens. All right, let's try this. Since I'm worried about timing, how about if we loosen the distributor and play with it a bit?
That sounds like a good idea. You know what? I'm thinking maybe we should have already done that.
Retard the timing. See if that helps at all. So here's the latest. I wanted to pop the cap just to check the advance springs. So we just pulled the cap to see what's going on underneath. I was just going to check the rotor and such, and look at that. I found this round thing sitting on top of the rotor here, and it turns out it was the center post for the distributor cap. Well, that's not supposed to come out. So we got a bad cap. We're going to grab it and get back to you. Okay, where's 18? At the high point, looks it pretty close anyway.
So tell me what's happened.
All right, we just took the starter out. Howard did a tailgate rebuild. We'll see what happens. certainly turning over better.
Much.
Okay, try 182.
Come on, buddy. Oh man, it's so close. It's so close. Maybe if we hook some fuel to it so it's got a steady supply, because it's just going through what's in the carb immediately.
It can't hurt.
Come on, baby! Oh boy. Woo! That's running. It's running. I'm open to ideas. I'm starting to think it's the carburetor now. Where's that other carburetor? That ran, man. Probably as good as it's going to with this car. Oh man! Come on! It's the carburetor, I know it is.
We're gonna have to call it a night, babe. You got it going for a sec. For 4 or 5. Sun's gone down.
Yep.
And it's so cold.
Yeah, it's crazy cold.
We've been out here 8 plus hours.
All right, so we found out yesterday, I'm not sure if you could hear it in the background of the video, but this truck actually has not run in a lot longer than we thought. When the engine was put in here, it was never run. That's why the clutch isn't connected. So that's why this has been so challenging. It's no idea how long this has been since it's run, and it never ran in here. So we're right now I'm making some carb gaskets. I was worried that the carb gasket was leaking vacuum last night, so I'm just going to make some new ones. Beautiful day today. We've got the gaskets cut. I'm just cleaning the base plate a little bit more, and then we're going to throw a carb on. All right, we're putting the carb back on. It's had a, what do you call this?
I don't
place.
know what to call
A
this.
paradise rebuild.
Par-
A paradise rebuild.
Paradise rebuild. That's good.
Because that's what I think when I look around this place.
Yeah, I agree.
This is like a car guy's paradise.
So, talk
Let's
us
go.
through this.
We're about to try it with the carburetor rebuild on it. The paradise rebuild. Let's see.
The battery? Do you think you need to hook the battery?
No.
No?
It's,
Okay.
it's starting.
There is some gas. I mean,
Oh,
gas.
Yeah, it's
There-
firing.
Yeah. Smoke.
It's a bad time for the starter to act up.
More drama.
Yeah. All right. So there comes a time when you just have to stop. It's been 3 days on this thing. We've got it 99% of the way there and the starter kicked out. We'll get a starter. The owner will get a starter and we'll come back and we're going to get this thing running. We've invested too much time along with our friends into this thing. We're 99% of the way there. We're back. Due to the miracles of modern technology, no time has passed, but about 4 or 5 months have passed. What's happened with this truck since then is the owner has pulled it out of the junkyard where it was and brought it up under this beautiful shade tree because it's hot now. It's summertime and it's hot. So it's going to be much easier to work on. It's also not sitting in a little ravine, so it's easier to get under. But otherwise, the condition has not changed. It's still not running. It's still got starter problems. So exactly where we left off is where we have it, except it's a lot more pleasant environment. No snakes here too. So this feels a little bit like visiting an old friend. I still got my glove in place here and just remembering some of the stuff we did. It's literally been months, so it's bringing back some really good memories. To get started today, I'm going to run a quick compression test. I'm going to change out these plug wires because they're clearly bad, at least these two are. And then we'll take it from there. All right, so Christina's marking the new wires as we put them on just to make sure we don't get them backwards like has happened. Uh-oh. Huh, okay. You hit the trigger, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No go.
Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, we found the connection broke right off this, so it wasn't making a good connection. So I'm going to connect direct 12 volts to the starter. And there's a lot of sparks down there, so this cable has to go. It's junk.
You know, it's so funny. We looked inside and you could see everything is exactly the way we left it. It's kind of funny. So of all of our rebuild locations, I think Shade Tree Rebuild
Nice.
might be the best. We're not working that hard with this table.
Doesn't matter, I am. Okay, we got the starter out. I'm checking continuity through this post because this post is in pretty bad shape. And if you can see on the gauge, it's fine. So we got continuity through here. So I'm going to clean this up, put a new battery cable and clean up the inside of the starter and put it back in. But you can see looking through here, look at the rust in there. That's all since we were last here. All right, we put a new starter drive in, cleaned up the starter quite a bit. And now it's going back in. Remember what I said we'd do 2 hours ago? Now we're going to do it.
35.
30, 35. Okay, that's not so great.
You ready?
Yep.
Whoa.
That one's worse.
Yeah. Was that even 10?
20.
20. Okay. Well, yeah, but you know, remember when we tested Lula?
Yeah.
She was 10 almost all of them, right? 10
Yeah.
to 30?
And the car we did last weekend had 2 at 0.
Yeah.
But it
So,
also had 2 that were really good.
yeah. Well, sometimes you just, it needs to remember how to work. And then they come back up. That was much higher.
Yep. Yep, that's 90. That's what it's supposed to be. 90 to 110.
Oh, that went much
80.
better.
Good, good, good.
Yeah. Okay. Now 2 more to go.
Yep. Almost 60.
What do you got?
50. Yeah, 45, 50.
Okay, tell us what you're doing.
Gonna find top dead center so we make sure that this thing is timed right. So we've got the TDC whistle in place. I'm just gonna turn the engine by hand till we hear it. Okay, piston's coming up. This is a long stroke.
Oh, the animals at home are going crazy.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So, top is right about where we are. Yep, that's top. All right, the last one is 4. So now we have new cap, new rotor, good wires, some of them new, but good wires. Yeah, this road is terrible. It's really terrible. Why were we trying to use that, I don't know, because it's awful.
Looks like we have some company. Hey guys. Hey.
Moment here.
Okay.
We're gonna try to fire it. Ignition on, gas is in.
Oh, we got smoke. In the back.
Huh?
Smoke.
It fired a little. Oh, this is gonna go, man.
Yeah.
Now it's a carburetor issue. It's no longer a timing or ignition issue. It's carb. Yeah, it's carb. Yep. Oh man. Oh man. We may have to swap this carb out. I think that's the problem right now. As soon as it burns through this gas, it's quitting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, you want it down the tube or?
Yeah, no, down the throat.
Okay.
I don't think the tube's working. Okay, good.
Okay.
Now let's see if it'll catch. Beautiful.
Oh, okay, we got it. Woo! Okay, so it is a carburetor now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
for
gonna
sure.
run.
For sure.
Okay, Richard.
Yeah.
Taking the carburetor off.
Yeah, this one, my swap meet carburetor turned out to be a dud.
It was $10.
So I did a little rebuild,
Yeah, you did.
picnic
Right.
table rebuild.
Picnic table rebuild. Right there, and it seems like it's gonna possibly work really good.
Well, we found the float was stuck,
Yeah.
and we found something else was stuck that I'm not even sure what to call it, but it was stuck.
Yep. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna try to get with the carburetor.
Starter's doing that
The
again.
starter is, yeah.
Come on.
I know. Well,
It's a brand new drive.
yeah. No, just don't understand that stuff.
What is that noise, though? Doesn't it almost sound like you get something firing at the wrong time? Hear that?
That,
Yeah.
that sounds almost like a leak of some kind.
Yeah.
You know, compression or exhaust leak.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thanks. Yeah! Woo! Woohoo!
I did it.
All right. It's hot now.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Looking
we
a,
got the Ace Mechanic Howard redid the starter.
looking a little worn out.
Combined a new starter parts and old starter parts.
How you doing, Howard?
Wow. So here's the deal, right? New parts and old parts makes NOS, new old. New old starter, NOS. Just created a new term.
Okay.
All right. We are just going to see if it turns better now. No trying to start it. A little bit.
It almost started on its own.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Don't be liberal with it at first. Let's see how this goes. Okay, go ahead. Good. Come on, baby. Give it a good shot. That was weird. That should have fired right off. Give it a shot. Okay. Okay, that's enough.
Okay, so guess what? We're gonna come back tomorrow. I'm gonna take the head off, and we're gonna see what is going on with this tow truck.
All right, I'm looking at the clutch here through the inspection hole to see if there's a way that we can just disengage the clutch and jam something in there to keep it disengaged. Because we got to do that. Right now we're spinning this main shaft here, and which is also spinning this, and it's just too much load on the starter. We have to fix that. But as you can see, it's not so easy because the clutch linkage is part missing and disconnected.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out a way to hold it that way.
Yeah, and you know, maybe spin it over and see if in fact it's enough
Is it where
to
you can
disengage.
spin it right now if I do it?
It will be if I hook the trigger up.
Yep.
Let's hook the trigger up. May have just invented clutch linkage.
The pipe clutch.
Yep. Hold on. No, I'm not ready. Okay, now. Beautiful. Okay, let off. Try it again. Yeah, beautiful. One more time. Perfect. See the difference?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, we got a clutch. We got a clutch. Yeah.
Okay, so you use that pipe wrench?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Yep.
Good thinking. So
Sweet.
Ricky and I started to clean out the truck, and he moved the seat. And look at all that. Boy, I've gotten that out from under here.
It is, yeah.
There is definitely one fat mouse around here somewhere.
We've got the clutch now set up right, so we're going to try to start it.
You excited?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna work?
I don't know.
Fingers crossed.
I don't know. Okay, why am I not getting a spark there?
Once they're open, you would.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe they are.
You might hook it right there easier, Richard. On that narrow.
But you give it a shot there. It's a lot quicker. More gas. Okay, good.
We need more battery.
Yeah, we need more battery.
All right, so far so good. Looking a lot better. Okay, here's the other side. Much better, isn't it? And this is what Ricky and I took out of there. To give you a comparison, that's my foot. So this is pretty tall. But all of this was under the seat.
Think we're ready to go. It's just dead. One more time. Little one.
Whoa, stop that.
What's smoking?
Just it's
I wonder if that.
Hey, Richard,
yeah.
where are you going?
I'm taking the starter out for the what, 14th time?
Yeah.
Luckily, it's easy. It's putting it in that's tough.
All right, so starter rebuild number 5. We're mixing different parts of starters to try to get one that that works. It's been a challenge trying to find it for a flathead 6. Flathead 8 starters are everywhere, and in fact we have one. So we're trying to cobble parts between the two. They are different. The drive is different, and it looks like the shaft, the end of the shaft is a little different. But Howard's got it mostly together, so we're going to give it a try and see if it works. Right now, without a starter, we're dead in the water.
Say a few words, Richard.
Anybody know
Dearly
it?
departed. Well, we're going to, I'm going to call it Frankenstein. The Frankenstein starter is in place. We're going to see if it works. Ignition. Go ahead. Yep. Okay. Whoops. Not too good. That's not turning at all, right? No.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
taking the starter out.
All right. Start her off.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's watch that spark checker. Uh-oh.
Oh no. No. Richard, what are you doing?
Pulling the starter.
Come on.
I'm going for the Guinness Book of World Records.
Here, let me give you a hug. I feel like you need a hug.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
This starter's a lot easier than a Chevy.
hon. And we're not making this up either. Are we, guys?
No. I'll tell you. I'm bent over and my arms are hanging.
Okay, this has to be a record,
because I
babe.
took the yard art starter off from under the hood, as I remember.
That's right.
This has to be a record.
Oh.
Oh, what happened?
Is it possible that it jammed on the weld? That does look a little ground, doesn't it? Ground off right there.
Yeah. Hey, Richard.
Yeah,
Should I even say?
I'm putting the starter in. It's good.
Do it again.
That sounded good.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
I was watching to see how fast it was spinning.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
It sounds pretty fast.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, that scared me.
The starter's so loud, it's hard to hear what's going on. All right, we've decided to pull the head. We just can't get the compression we need to get this thing to fire reliably. So we're gonna pull it and hopefully we find some things that we can actually fix, like maybe the valves on seating, which is our theory as to what's going on. So we'll get the head pulled and we'll get right back to you.
Thank goodness we put that Creole on there last night. Go ahead, Howard. Boy, look at that. Woo! Wow, those are coming out great. Be careful, hon.
Yep.
This is a big moment, guys. Whoa, what a mess.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
bad.
It looks wonderful to me.
Does it?
Really?
Yes.
Meaning better than you thought it was.
A lot better.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at
Now
this,
those-
Howard. That looks
yeah.
terrible. No wonder this was down us.
Clean up.
We're thinking that one or both of these valves aren't actually seating. I can't see how that's getting a good seat like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
What's this look like underneath?
Okay.
It's okay, except for one silver.
Number 2 looks so that's.
But see, that don't affect nothing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just where water got in there.
What are you gonna do now?
We're gonna spin the motor.
With it like that?
We're gonna listen. Well, we ain't got a real good connection. It's sparking right there the whole time.
Yeah, it's sparking here too, as usual. But yeah.
Bump them like that from all the way up.
Yep.
We'll clean that valve. And each one of them will get all the way up like that, and we'll clean that valve.
Yep.
And then each piston, when it gets to the top, we'll kind of clean it off a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, not cleaning the piston would up the compression.
And we have to clean that head too.
Yeah.
Howard's working on the gasket. Looks really good. Ricky and his son are cleaning up the valves, and Richard is over here cleaning up the back of the, well, underneath the head. How's it going, babe? Okay, so Becky is cleaning everything, the brush. You have to use my safety glasses. So, yeah, they're designer. They're like $3.96 from Amazon. All right, it looks so much better, don't you guys think? Becky did a good job. Hey, Richard.
Yeah,
Is this the last time you're going to do this?
I think so.
I hope so. Hun, I think you set a record.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Most starters changed in a 24-hour period. Yeah, I now own that.
Hey guys,
Right.
here we go.
Crank. Yep. Give another squirt. Okay.
It's fine.
Oh boy, that was the best yet. Another shot. Another shot. Okay.
Now it's smoking between the body of it and the terminal. Not where you got it bolted together.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I think you can hear it. I think you guys can hear it over here.
Did it? I wasn't looking
Yeah,
at
it's
it.
fine.
Okay. You getting anything back there as you hear him popping?
You can hear it. That's why I came back here. You can hear it better back here. Yeah. Yeah. It's trying.
Yeah. Yep.
said, I've been asleep in a while.
What do you think about that starter?
It'll hold out. It's the carburation that's continuing problem. Trying to get the gas to atomize enough to keep firing, but it's better than it was.
Mm. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, so there's been, a couple backfires back here. You heard those, right?
Yeah, I heard one of them.
Now, the exhaust could not just be clogged back here, right?
Yeah, what?
Could it be the exhaust clogged somewhere back here?
Plugged? No,
No.
you never know.
We know there was a mouse in there.
Never know. Let's take that off. Can you see the tail box?
Is it off?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's broken off.
Okay.
So unless there was a mouse house right up near the manifold. Oh, okay. I see it. I see it. There's two exhaust pipes under here.
Oh.
Oh boy,
Is it?
it is very plugged off, guys.
I was right! It's completely plugged off.
It's not completely, but it is very plugged off.
From a bend or from a build up?
A bend.
Oh, man. You want my sawzall?
I'm just gonna grab it with pliers and open it up. There's probably a finger's worth of room there.
Oh, okay. I tell you about this truck right here. Anything you've ever done to a vehicle to get it going, Richard, we've done to this truck.
You got it, man.
Yeah. This is the full gambit right here.
Can you bend it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I can see you put your fingers in there now.
All right. It's open up now.
Is there anything in there? Can you tell?
No, it seems clear to me.
Okay. Maybe that'll help.
That didn't help. That didn't help our cause, that's for sure. It was pretty plugged off.
Christina rules.
Okay, let's do it again.
All right. Ready? Yeah. It runs, man. Yeah.
All right, it's running now. Not for very long, but it's running. And the reason it's not running for very long is just the fuel. We're trying to regulate it with a squirt bottle and it's just not working. And that's because this carb is just junk. Nothing's passing through the bowl, so we're not getting proper atomization at all. We're not using a jet or anything. So I got a carburetor at a swap meet last week. I'm gonna throw that one on and just put this one in the rebuild pile.
Oh, my friend, you sound wonderful. Woo!
All right. Hot rod. Did you hear that?
Yeah. All right.
Look at that smoke back
Yeah,
there.
I know.
Look at that smoke.
There's your smoke.
Yeah. Popped off.
Give me 5, Deb.
That's awesome. Oh,
5,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Never say never.
Oh.
It did it. It did it. Almost
Yeah, you got
no
it.
time left. That's awesome.
Let's,
Okay, so we put some coolant in it, and we're gonna start it again.
come on, baby. Yeah. This might be enough.
Right up, or he started right up.
Insane. Now
It's
that smoke.
great. Yeah, I was going to
viewers,
ask you, what is
not-
that?
It's not because it's overheating.
Nope.
We only ran it for a minute. It's
Alright.
because I've got oil, Cree oil, and mystery oil and everything all
Yeah.
over the exhaust.
Oh, okay.
So that's all that is. It's burning off. It's
Oh,
not overheating.
you know, it sounds pretty daggone good.
It
What did
does.
you guys
Sounds
Sounds
think?
real
Cool.
good.
Yeah,
That's the first time I've heard that engine run since it was in the milk truck now. So,
really?
yeah.
Yeah. Hello, pretty. Hey. Look at you. Are you having a good day today? Are you having a good day today? Aw. Alright, so we are finished. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. We had a fantastic time hanging out with Ricky and his family, and we'd like to thank them as well. Now, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. That shows us that you like our videos, and it keeps us motivated. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. And always, we'd like to thank you, because without you, we wouldn't have a channel. We sincerely appreciate all of you watching, your comments, your thumbs up, and even those of you that have joined us on Facebook, our Facebook page, What the Rust. We appreciate that as well. So, Richard, do you want to tell them what's coming up soon?
What's coming up soon?
You know, Okay, so I have arranged for Richard to get together with his classmates while we're attending his 40th class reunion. The two guys that he hung out with in high school, and they all worked on cars together. Well, I have found them some cars to work on a couple of days before their class reunion. So that will be coming up in June. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Now, if there was anything else that we could have done to this truck, because we'll be coming back later this summer, what would you like to do?
Oh, new starter.
New starter?
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I mean, we put the starter in to get the tires on that we already have, and it'll move.
Yeah, because we do. We have tires right over there.
Yeah.
Ran out of time. Didn't get around to it. What else? Anything?
That's it.
Yeah? Okay. Let me
So,
see.
thank you all. Thank you, Ricky and Debbie. Fantastic time as usual.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.